And it is not. All right, hello, welcome back to my eating show. Today I'm going to be making some shrimp scampi, and I'm going to be eating it with chayote squash noodles, and I'm going to be using the Inspiralizer, which is this doohickey right here, which you can barely see because it's white, but this is what I'm going to use to turn this chayote squash into noodles. This looks kind of like a pear, but it isn't. And this is really good for spiralizing because it takes on whatever flavor your seasonings have. And I'm going to probably be sprinkling some of the shrimp scampi seasoning onto this. But that's what I'm going to be making today. So let me go here. I don't know if anyone's going to have any questions, but I still have not been able to get the whole live streaming thing where I can interact with viewers and all that kind of stuff. I don't know how to get that set up. I downloaded Adobe. Really? Now? What is this? I'm not answering that. Anyways. Go away. Anyway, let's go here and let me get this. Oh, look, it's actually live there. Whole live streaming thing where I can interact with you. And I don't live chat. I don't know how this works. So anyway, we'll see how this works out. But I've got my shrimp with the little seasoning in it, and I'm going to get to spiralizing my chayote squash. First thing I have to do is I have to chop off the ends and make them flat so that I can get them onto that part and then that part. All right. So now that I got it flat, I'm going to pop it on here. Just like that. Now I have my blade set to blade A, which is, whoa, not the right size. So let me back this up a little bit. I am not trying to make linguine. Spaghetti. I have it on blade C, which is the smallest. It's actually going to give me spaghetti size noodles. So this is all clamped down. Put you in a little bowl there. And let's spiralize. All right. That was easy. All right. Got my noodles. Let me start this on medium-low. Start. Add a little bit of oil. Hopefully this isn't going to be too loud. I need a bowl to put all this stuff in once it's done. I'm just going to use this right here. And I wish I had scissors. These are really long. But you can just break these with your hands to make them a little easier to handle. That's just how I handle my spiralized veggies. See? Nice. Nice and noodly. I'm going to toss that in there. And I'm going to continue to break these up. Smaller pieces. Yay! This is the closest thing to Italian food that I'll eat because I'm not really a big pasta person. And I think that's actually weird because I really love Asian noodles. Like I love Asian noodle soups. I love Asian noodle stir fries. But I just can't for the life of me, get used to pasta. But this is a much better way for me to get to up my intake of vegetables. Let's get all that in there. Uh-oh, just whack off my fingernail. Ouch. Give me my noodles. Turn that around. And for chayote squash number 2, just gonna chop the ends off. On there. All right. All right. The other thing that I like about this is you don't have to be good with a knife. Because I'm actually really terrible with a knife. When I have to chop vegetables, lots of vegetables for recipes, I just don't feel like cooking. I think I need to turn the heat up on this pot here. Put that in there. The one thing I learned about chayote squash is it doesn't freeze well. I tried spiralizing some and then putting it in the freezer without cooking it first, and when I unthawed it, it was just like a hot mess. So you can't really freeze this. I would suggest cooking it and then freezing it, although I don't even know if that would work either. But it does work well for a next day meal. All right, I'm not going to use the rest of that. All right. Ooh, there's like lots of weird juices coming out of this thing. Yay. All right. So now that I have this going, let's turn the heat up a little bit. Pepper in there. Last little bit of parsley I have left. I didn't know I wasn't going to have a lot of parsley. I would have bought more when I was at the grocery store this morning. All right. This is really the first time I've ever made the chayote squash in a pot here. And I normally steam it in the microwave. But I wanted to try it in a pot to see if that changes the texture at all. Oh, look at that, it's so pretty. So we'll just let that cook up a little bit while I clean up this hot mess right here. Yeah. Much, much easier to clean up. That. So I got my shrimp here with all the seasonings on it. I'm going to continue to cook this. Wow. I bought one of these for my dad. One of these in spiralizers for my dad for Father's Day. And his girlfriend uses this all the time to cook for him. So I'm really glad I got it for him because instead of eating pasta, they can have spiralized vegetables, which cuts their carbs down. And I know my dad's trying to keep his weight down. He's got a brother who's really sick with diabetes, and my grandmother, she passed away from diabetes. So my dad's really concerned about his health and been wanting to get that in check. Let me taste one of these. Let that go a little longer. That does taste good. I wonder. So I have the shrimp right here marinating in the shrimp scampi blend from Wild Tree. And it has the instructions for it. It says for each pound of shrimp, combine 1.5 teaspoons, blend with 3 tablespoons grapeseed oil in a cold skillet. I don't use grapeseed oil. I use olive oil or ghee, which is clarified butter, or coconut oil, or bacon fat, or bacon grease. Cook until pink, stir over rice or linguine. If you're serving with pasta, cook pasta before cooking shrimp. So that's what I'm doing. I'm cooking my chayote squash noodles before I cook my shrimp. I'm thinking these are almost done. All right, that's so pretty. Oh, I'm so happy. Like, this actually makes me happy. Normally, you know, if you were trying to serve me pasta, I'd be like, I don't want to eat that. That's making me really, really happy. Let me get another one. No, can't do it. That's fried. You really can only do that with spaghetti noodles or Asian ramen noodles. I'll try it again later. Okay. Turn that up a little bit more. That looked really horrible. You can't even see my face. My bad. I remember one time I was watching someone on YouTube cook spaghetti squash, and all you could see was from her breast down. And I'm like, is she doing that on purpose? It was really weird. But I didn't know how to cook spaghetti squash, so I watched it. All right. I think these are ready to come out. These are ready to come out of the pot there. Now I'm going to put these back in there when it's time for me to there's my noodles. Ooh, I really don't like these tongs. Some of that water out. There we go. So I like my shrimp to have a little bit of a buttery taste to it. So I'm gonna drop some butter in there. Who doesn't like the taste of butter? I was raised on margarine, but when I found out I was allergic to corn oil and soybean oil, and I had to stop using margarine. Actually, I just like the way butter tastes. All right, so that in there. And I probably need my tongs. 9. Wow. All right, so we're gonna let the shrimp cook a little bit. And then I'm eventually going to, oh, I forgot to get something to drink. And put that down. Olive oil. What's taking so long? It never took this long before. Anyways, so we'll just let that cook a little bit. Oh, what was I gonna say? I'm gonna be going out for a girls' night out tonight, so, and I'm actually tired. Meeting some friends at 6 o'clock. I'm gonna go to the Yard House. I'm probably just gonna drink non-alcoholic beverages. I mean, if they can make me a virgin pina colada, that's what I'll have. And maybe some appetizers. What is going on with that shrimp? I think I saw if you can't already tell, I'm not the best cook in the world. I usually cook from a cookbook, but not today. Oh my God, I'm on that greasy elbow. Oh, my shrimps are almost done. These are just too big and bulky. Sorry. There we go. Much better. Neat, kind of handy. So yay! Almost done. All right, let me add some more butter. Never have too much butter. All right. That back in. I'll take some of that seasoning. All right. Looks like I'm going to have myself a nice little meal here. Making a mess. All right, I am kind of done. Now it is time to plate. Probably shouldn't put salt on that. Now some shrimp. I have completely forgotten forgotten to add my lemon juice. So, and I need a fork. Let me see how this tastes. That's just way too loud. All right. Chayote squash. Hmm. Now the verdict. If you are expecting this to taste like pasta, it isn't. It's going to taste like chayote squash, which it tastes a lot like the butter and the seasonings from the shrimp scampi blend. That's what I'm tasting most of. And then, of course, the shrimp. I can see myself making this again. I kind of want some cheese, but can you put Parmesan cheese on shrimp scampi? Look that up. Because I do have some Parmesan cheese. Come on, it's depressing. Never mind. And shrimp scampi with linguine recipe. Mm-hmm. 40 minutes total time. 4 tablespoons of butter. So I did not use as much butter as this recipe calls for. Mm. Mm. Okay. That's it. I wouldn't say this is low carb, I would say it's better carbs. I like chayote squash because if I used potato noodles, they would have turned to mush, and then I wouldn't be able to eat them like this. So I really do. Chayote squash is my favorite vegetable to spiralize. Oh, I got a greasy mouth. Yay, I've got like, wow. Nope. Can't do it. That's the one thing you probably can't do is suck these up to your mouth the way you do a spaghetti noodle. So bummer. But it's been good. Thirsty. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try it now. I'm gonna do it. I just can't stuff it in my mouth like I do rice noodles. I can even get rice noodles in my mouth. I barely have any chayote squash left, but see, this is it. Oh, can you see it? It's too dark. You don't have to peel it or anything. Hard. Wow, I should probably stop wearing white. That's probably what I should do. It's just too bright. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Actually hot outside. Mm-hmm. Mm. This was the easiest to make. I'm kind of tired of chewing. Mm. Mm-hmm. Oh man. How much do I have left? I gotta save some of this for later. Then I gotta clean the kitchen. So that was it. That was some shrimp scampi and chayote squash noodles. And let me see here. I don't know what I'll be eating next week, but I'm suspecting it's going to be meatloaf because someone put it in my head to make meatloaf, and I really, really want some meatloaf. So me thinks that's what I'll have. Either that or some steak and potatoes. Because I think that would taste good too. Yummy. Okay, I'm almost finished. I can't eat anymore. I actually, when I came home, I had like 6 or 7 slices of bacon and 3 fried eggs. So I kind of wasn't hungry when I started this, but I am done. A lemon seed. Yay. Still got it. Yep, lemon seed. That wasn't very fun. Very, very bitter. But that's all I have for today. Next week I'll be having meatloaf for sure. And then I'll have some kind of potato. I'm feeling very meat and potato-y now. I'm hoping it'll be a much cooler weather too, because hopefully in the 70s and not in the 80s. So I just want to wear some long sleeve shirts. But thank you for watching, and see you next Friday. Bye-bye.